Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. As-salatu was-salamu alayka ayyuhan nabi. Brothers, sisters, people from across the globe, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In just a couple of hours here in the UK, we will shortly enter the first night of the last 10 nights of Ramadan. The night in which there will be a special night, the night of power. And it is truly an honor to be amongst all of you who have registered for this virtual Itikaaf. We have had over 100 participants from across the globe. And each of you have taken the first step in taking the advantage of this lockdown. The fact that there will be people across this country and across the globe who will be sitting in a somber mood, saying that they wish they were in the masjid, that they will wish that the massages were open so they can sit itikaf. But the reality is that being in the masjid for itikaf is only a tiny part of the itikaf. It's not the purpose of the itikaf. Just like not eating or drinking is not the purpose of Ramadan, it's the same in case of itikaf regarding the masajids. What is the purpose? That's ultimately what each of us can achieve during this virtual itikaf, i.e. seeking, attaining, understanding how do we attain the pleasure of Allah Azza wa Jal. So over the next 10 days, my advice to each of you will be to embrace these 10 days, to embrace this virtual itikaf and allow it to enable you to start your new or renewed journey to Allah. And I would say that if you haven't registered, for example, if you're listening on Facebook or YouTube, if your family members haven't registered, then they still have a chance to do so. Take advantage of this opportunity. Take advantage of the fact that Allah has put every single person in this country under lockdown, in itikaf. So why not take advantage of this opportunity? So I'm just going to spend just a few moments giving you a snapshot of what to expect over the next 10 days. The first and foremost is that this itikaf will be about you connecting to your salah. Have you ever pondered what does it mean when they say that salah of the believer is their mi'raj? What did the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mean when he said that prayer was a coolness to his eyes? During this itikaf, you will be taught how to perform a spiritual prayer. You will be taught how your salah, praying your salah, should impact or allow you to establish it outside of prayer. What does that mean? And the other aspect of this itikaf will be that in this lockdown, you will be taught how to unlock your spirit. In this lockdown, you will be taught how to unlock your spirit. You will be taught a method, a methodology that will enable your spirit to roam not just this world, but the unseen, to see, to experience, to taste the unseen realm. So that for the likes of you and me, that we don't just live our lives reading about the stories of others and their spiritual experience. You, during this itikaf, during this spiritual and virtual itikaf, your spirit, you will be taught how to unlock your spirit so it can experience the unseen. And finally, throughout this entire 10 days, you will be taught a practical method on how to attain the pleasure of Allah, how to rid yourself of those sins that are still holding you down, how to ensure that when you exit this Ramadan, you do so with a practical method of how you keep shaitan at bay and remain in the presence of Allah Azza wa Jal. So what's in store over the next 10 days? What's the plan and what's the structure? So you will have 4 slots in each 24 hours. And the first slot is the current slot now. So there will be a slot at 7:15, and this will be one of the shorter slots. It will lead you for about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. Thereafter, you will have the tahajjud slot. That will be at 1:30 a.m. So in the depths of the night or early hours of the morning, when Allah Azza wa Jal says that He descends to the lowest heavens, that will be when you and I will be engaging in dhikr, in worship, in ibadat. And this particular slot, the tahajjud slot, will be focused around muraqabah, focused around engaging practically, having these spiritual experiences. So you're practically and engaging in worship with your Lord. Thereafter, the following day, there will be a 2:15 p.m. slot. That will last for approximately an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes. Then there will be one of the pinnacles of the 24 hours, which will be the slot at 5:15, where Sheikh Ahmed Dabag himself, the organizer, the teacher of this path of purification, of the architect of the method to unlock your spirit, will give a discourse, a bayan, for approximately an hour, an hour 15 minutes. And then we're back to this slot, which is 7:15. So that's 4 slots in every 24 hours. Your day, your schedule, your time has been done or been set out for you. And each and every one of you can take part. Your family members can take part. And not only that, we've ensured that all the slots, for those who are still working from home, for example, that all the slots are outside of working hours, apart from the 2:15 slot. And even then, that's been scheduled around the lunchtime slot, so you can still participate. So what is it that you have to do? First and foremost, if those who haven't registered, please, I would encourage you to do so, because only those who are registered, they will be sent materials and booklets that are required during the 10-day Itikaaf. And also, I'd want each and every one of us to just bring our minds and our focus to some basic adabs and basic kind of mindsets when we come to each of these sessions. First and foremost, I would suggest that you will be sent the timetable, which I've just run through, but please seek to be logged in at least 10 minutes before each session. Please be focused for the sessions. And ultimately, all you really need to do is attend. The qualified trainers, the qualified ustads, they will be doing all the work. They will be giving you the learning objectives. After each session, you will have something practical takeaway. But all you need to do is turn up, be on time, and be attentive, inshallah. So I'm going to now open the application to any questions that anyone might have regarding what I've just spoken about. Otherwise, I will be looking forward to seeing you all at 1:30 a.m. So together, we will be engaged in worship on the first odd night. And let me assure you that if you follow this program that's been designed for you, it is not possible, it cannot be the case that you will miss the night of Laylatul Qadr, because every single night at Tahajjud time, you will be engaged in worship, in the remembrance of Allah. So that you don't have to worry about. So inshallah, on that note, we're going to open up to Q&As. And so each of you who are on the Zoom application, you will see that there's a question and answer tab. If you have any questions, inshallah, just it's been enabled, so all the participants can write any questions that they have, inshallah. So I'll just give a few moments for any questions that anyone might have. We have a question. Okay, so we have a question from someone. Someone has asked that they have a lot of people in the house. They're unable to dedicate a room only. So how should they focus? Very, very simple. Don't worry about dedicating a room, dedicate the times. So if you have a situation where you can't dedicate a room, then I suggest just dedicate these 4 slots. Just dedicate those times where the entire household can participate. Remember, you have the entire day to do other things, but you can just dedicate these particular slots and everyone in the household can participate. So at least everyone will be focused during that time. So that would be my suggestion to you. We have another question. Someone's asking, now we will also have some of the fiqh questions will be answered, especially for the sisters that will be doing any sunnah itikaaf. We'll be answering those tomorrow as well, inshallah. Someone's asked a question, will the morning time clash with Seri? No, it should not. So the morning session will start at 1:30 a.m. However, it will be concluded, so everyone has plenty of time to eat, inshallah. Those are always the important questions, alhamdulillah. When does one begin the itikaaf? Now, for sisters, obviously the itikaaf will commence from Maghrib, so intentions, etc., have to be made beforehand. For brothers, if you're in your homes, the itikaaf will only be nawafil, so it won't be a sunnah itikaaf, and not with those stipulations or conditions. Yes, all the times that I've given, that I've mentioned, are all UK times. What will be happening is all those people that are joining from across the globe, we have your details and you will be sent your local times as well. So inshallah, if you just respond to the organisers that are sending you the messages, and they will send that to you, because we have people here from the US, both the east side and the west side, so even that has differences in timing. Someone's asked the very, very sensible question. Outside of the sessions, how would you advise to spend your days? That's a really good question. Actually, after each of the sessions, you will be told how to the amals and that you should be doing, the training that you should be given. So because remember, this itikaaf will be a practical itikaaf. So by that I mean, you're not just going to be, I won't just be reciting hadith to you or inspirational stories that will make you feel good and that's it. No, you will be given methods and practical tasks that you take away, so you can inshallah practice those outside of the sessions. That was a good question, alhamdulillah. Yes, someone's asked if the timetable can be posted. Absolutely. Yes, so someone said that some of them are working shifts, etc. If you're registered, if you're unable to participate for any of the particular sessions, they will be recorded, so that can be sent out to people. But please do register so we have the details. Obviously, someone's asked the question again. If there's fiqh, they will be dealt with more tomorrow by Ustaad Case, who will be taking the 2:15 session. But again, someone's asking about Taraweeh, etc. Obviously, the massages are closed, so Taraweeh can be prayed on your own at home, which is the sunnah. Question: can children participate in the sessions? Absolutely. I mean, look, what are your children going to be doing otherwise? Obviously, I'm not saying that you should force them throughout the session. You should be focusing on the session. They are primarily for adults, but and that should be the focus. Obviously, if you have children that are baligh, that have the capacity and want to participate, by all means, inshallah, they should, or they should at least see you participating. And some more questions just around the timetable. Yes, if you're doing a nawafil itikaaf, you don't have the stipulations that you would for a sunnah itikaaf. Some people are asking. So, so one of the persons asking regarding the brothers, no, you won't have the stipulations for sunnah itikaaf. So you can, if required, go and do other tasks. Yes, absolutely. Someone has asked. We have people from Sri Lanka, as well as from the US and Australia. And Pakistan. So someone's asked, because of timing differences, can we do the dhikr time when? Yes, you absolutely can. So you can, if you are also able to follow the schedule, please do. And some of the questions are, yeah, that's all been dealt with. Someone's asked a question, after Tarawih, I normally read Tahajjud and Salat al-Hajjah. Do I need to do them as so whatever your other amals are, look, you have these 10 days. For these 10 days, you're going to have dedicated trainers, dedicated ustads that are going to be doing certain sessions for you all at that time. If you can, I would say that that should be your priority. That's not to say you can't do your other amals, your other ibadats. Absolutely you can. But for the sessions and for the timings, that's why we're giving those out to everyone now. So you can plan your day around that. Majority of people will have no structure to their day, will have no structure for the whole of Ramadan or for the lockdown. People don't know what day of the week it is. Here, we've given you the structure. All you need to do is turn up. And inshallah, I've just got a couple more questions. Yes, the entire household can join for the dhikr sessions, inshallah. Inshallah, I think I've got most, if not, has our itikaaf start. So the itikaaf, for those of you who are doing sunnah itikaaf, primarily to the sisters, it will start from Maghrib time. So you should get into your, do all your attention, etc. now. For some of the other questions, inshallah, I think I've covered 99% of the questions that have been asked. If not, we will have Imam Case will be taking one of our stars, senior stars, will be taking a session tomorrow morning and can answer any other questions that are left. So inshallah, I'm just going to give it just a moment, and then we will inshallah conclude. Also, just one point I will say that a number of you will be seeing this on Facebook and YouTube. Now, please note that actually not all the sessions will be aired on Facebook and YouTube, especially the ones about that require certain methods, etc. So what you need to do is, if you're listening to me on YouTube or Facebook, you need to still register. So please don't be under the assumption that actually all of the sessions will be broadcast across YouTube and Facebook. They won't. Some will be private sessions. So it is really important that you register, inshallah. Someone's asked about someone's asking about if we can post certain methods regarding the dhikr or the markabas. For each session, the stars, the trainers will do the rest. If there is a method, if there is a technique that you have to do in any of the sessions, that will be explained to you before the session. So for the Durood Majlis session tonight, all you have to do is turn up, and if there's any adabs and etiquettes, they will be explained to you beforehand. So inshallah, just to refocus our minds for a moment, like I said, if we come with the right mindset for each session, that we come early for each session, if you really think about it, there are only 4 sessions in the entire 24 hours. And so we can make just that extra bit of effort to be in the zone, in the mindset, and just to be prompt as well, inshallah. Yes, for men, yeah, absolutely. So just to make it clear, because it keeps coming up again, for men, a sunnah itikaaf happens in the masjid, not at the home. So for you, it will be a nawafil itikaaf in case unless you do some sort of, you make it incumbent upon yourself. And then some people are saying that, look, because of work commitments, as long as you're registered, like I said, then you should, inshallah, be able to, we can send you, the sessions are being recorded. And if you are registered and you do miss a session, then please simply just contact the organizers, inshallah, and they will be able to assist, inshallah. So I think, inshallah, we had over 30 questions. I think some of them were duplicates, but I think that's answered all of them. So inshallah, if there's nothing further now, I hope, inshallah, I pray that Allah makes this a success for all of us, that we seek and find His rida during these 10 days, and we truly understand what it means to find the night of power and how it should impact and change our lives. And finally, I re-echo this. Please just come with the right mindset. Each of you, I mean, I'm just looking, this is just on Zoom. We've got over 90 plus participants as well. That's not including the Facebook views or the YouTube. So all of you have taken the initial step of basically being fruitful where Allah has planted you. We're all in this lockdown, but all of you that are here are absolutely capitalizing on that, so that inshallah you can benefit from it to the max, inshallah. On that note, I inshallah look forward to meeting you all again at the Tahajjud time at 1:30 a.m. Please log in at least 10 minutes beforehand. Subhanakallah wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.